So, there's a new Minecraft movie trailer. To be quite honest, I knew they'd be rolling out a new trailer relatively soon, mainly because they started showing off the mob designs, maybe to possibly assure fans about the designs, and to possibly earn maybe even a little more positivity about the movie, mainly due to the backlash regarding the teaser trailer that everyone memed on and hated on for a while, and also because the movie is releasing on April 4th, 2025. Now, it wouldn't be fair to try and compare the previous trailer to the new one, because the previous trailer was just a teaser. So instead, I'm going to analyze a new trailer, tell you what I like and dislike about it, and my general thoughts on the movie and what I think it'll be. Starting off, already I like the bee design. I must emphasize this, while yes, it still looks a little uncanny, I can get behind this design, as I actually think it looks relatively cute, and is actually pretty faithful to the original design. And I also like this whole scene here, how it actually shows how Steve got to the overworld and his backstory before that. Now, something interesting that I actually do like that may be controversial is the blue portal. Now, I know a lot of people were complaining about this and saying, why was it not purple? Well, purple portals in Minecraft are nether portals, and Steve was clearly not in the nether. Rather, he was in the real world. So it would make sense that they would use a new portal design to cross from the real world into the overworld. And something else I appreciate in this scene is that they are using the nostalgic C418 music from Minecraft, which gave me a little more hope in this movie. Because let's face it, one of the most memorable parts of Minecraft is the music. And the fact that they included something like this that is beloved by the community put that much more hope in the movie for me. And something else that I have to compliment here is the environment and layout. To be quite honest, I find it looking pretty nice. And I know that this is an incredibly small detail, but I really like how Steve is starting to build a dirt house in this scene, a staple in the beginning of a Minecraft world. And I also love the wolf design in this movie. I think it looks phenomenal, and it doesn't look uncanny to me. I think this is actually the best they could have reasonably done for a design like this. And on a side note, I really like the cherry blossom tree designs. Once more, we just have to acknowledge how beautiful this landscape looks. And I also love this wide shot of the overworld, and the village in the surrounding area, as well as the secret cave that Steve and the other cast enters. I also like the design they did for the diamond ore and the redstone. And I also quite enjoy this design for the village, and I know I saw a lot of people trashing on the villager designs, but I'm going to advocate and say that they actually don't look bad, because think about it, how could you realistically adapt these things in a live action sort of setting without making them look weird? Plus, villagers are supposed to look ugly. Also, gotta say, I love the chicken and lava design, as well as the use of redstone in the trailer as a whole, which they could do a lot of cool stuff with. Also, gotta say, I love the design for the guests. They actually look pretty menacing. And for the piglins, I think they look alright. Nothing special really, but serviceable enough. Now this shot right here is what I'm talking about. That nether portal looks insanely cool, and it looks like they adapted the biome pretty well. I also love this shot right here as well. The perspective is really cool and unique, and I actually like how the stash looks, with the inclusion of the fireworks, TNT, diamond helmets, and a lot more. Overall, the attention to detail here is insane, and I just really like the layout. I also really like the inclusion of the elytra in this one shot here. I remember that people were criticizing the sword design a lot, but quite frankly, I don't really have a problem with it. And I actually really like the design for the iron golem. I think it looks really intriguing and ancient, which is what we want it to look like. I also appreciate how when it's starting to turn to night, one of the characters addresses how it turns to night so quickly. People were also criticizing the skeleton design, and quite frankly, I don't have that big of an issue with it. Like, yeah, it looks a little weird, and I feel like they could have adapted it better, but for what it is, it's fine. But with my positives out of the way, let's get to my negatives with the trailer.
I'm off to meet a guy who's been revolutionizing farming technology. After getting scammed for 15 emeralds, have you been drinking? I managed to get my hands on a potato.
Okay, my first gripe isn't a big one whatsoever, but it's more funny than anything else. In this part here, Steve says, and I quote, "As a child, I yearned for the mines." End quote. What on earth is this dialogue? I really hope that was a joke and not something we're supposed to take seriously. A bigger gripe that I have, though, is the lighting. I don't know what it is, I like all the vibrant colors, and how they contrast with each other, and I think that lighting for the landscape is good, but when you look at the human characters, something just feels incredibly off, almost like it's hard to look at them. A tiny complaint I have is the costume design. Like, who decided to dress up Jason Momoa as Barbie? I get it, Minecraft has some goofy character designs, but this is not what I had in mind whatsoever. And I really dislike this whole scene where they're in the stash where Jason Momoa takes an ender pearl. Once again, the dialogue isn't that good, and they're really trying to be funny, to no avail. The humor is just not there. However, this could be a Transformers 1 situation where they play out the whole movie as a joke in the trailers, but turns out the movie's actually amazing. Who truly knows? Okay, and my last gripe with the trailer is the zombie designs. In my own opinion, I think the zombies look really off, way more than the skeletons. I don't know, maybe that's a super dumb nitpick, but something about these designs just looks incredibly off. But now that I've listed all of my gripes off, let's wrap up with my final thoughts. This trailer brought some reassurance for me personally, based on the teaser when it first released. I thought this movie was going to be a dumpster fire, and that doesn't mean that it still can't be, but I'm just purely saying that it does bring some more interest to the movie for me. I really hope this movie is good, because let's face it, right now we're in need of a win for Minecraft, and I think that a Minecraft movie would have some potential. I just hope that this movie taps into that potential and brings forward a great product. The weakest aspects so far seem to be the dialogue and the general humor, and the strongest aspects so far seem to be the environmental designs and prop designs, to me anyways. Overall, my hype for this movie before was probably at a 2 out of 10, and now it's probably like a 4 out of 10. I just need to see more and be more reassured. But as of now, I will still see the Minecraft movie. Maybe when it comes to streaming, but it hasn't grabbed my attention enough to warrant me going to the theaters on release and seeing it. And with that being said, thank you to all the channel members. Your guys' support truly means the world to me, and my gratitude for all of you is truly never ending. And today's shout out goes to Gold Games, a good friend of the channel, who makes phenomenal content and who actually just recently released a insanely good video on the 2-week Minecraft phenomenon. So please go over and drop this man a sub and check out his video. Links will be in the description. And in the next video, we will be featuring a very special guest who you are probably familiar with. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a lovely night.